My final interview of round 6 with Fabiano Caruana. Fabiano, you just qualified for semifinals, defeated Lenier in a critical second game. But before we talk about this game, first of all, tell me your sensations, how you're feeling, and then we'll go very quickly over both of the games.
Yeah, of course, with the result, I couldn't be happier, but I'm really exhausted. It was a really tough game, and I didn't expect to win it because after the opening, I got absolutely nothing. I didn't even think I thought maybe I'm fighting for equality at some moment. Okay, he drifted a bit into a slightly worse position, and at some point I got a bit optimistic. But still, it was a huge struggle to win this position because it just goes on forever and ever. And then I blundered something. At some point, I allowed his king into the center. I actually thought that king e5 loses to bishop f8, and I saw that he has a draw with knight e3. And then it was a whole mess again. Very, very tough because suddenly it became possible that if I get careless, that his king gets to the queen side and I start to risk a little bit. But yeah, then even the final phase was pretty tough. I mean, I guess I didn't do it too confidently, but I was just trying not to blunder because it was a really long game and long tournament so far.
So, of course, you have two free days to rest. Yesterday, most of the followers on internet thought that at some point you could have been even losing. Tell us about saving yesterday's game, how you slept and how you approached today's game, knowing that you just saved a match ball.
Yeah, yesterday was a miracle. That's all I can say. He at some point he outplayed me in the middle game because I thought I had a pretty comfortable position, but then I decided to grab a pawn, which I think was not a good decision. And I missed knight e2, then suddenly I'm struggling a bit, and probably I'm equalizing in a few ways, but I have to find some accurate path to a defense, so I didn't manage, and then I was dead lost. I mean, after the time control, I guess, like, I was shocked when he played knight b5 to start with. I thought knight f5, I'd basically make a few more moves and resign soon after. Then knight b5 gave me some hope, just like maybe I'll be able to continue resisting, especially if he gets low on time. And then near the very end, he was getting very low on time, and suddenly I saw that he has rook a6, and then I put my rook behind the d-pawn, so check, king f2, rook d3, and then d7, king e7, and I was actually counting on this before he made his move. So I thought that king e7, and I'm holding, then suddenly I see rook d6, and I can just resign because. So yeah, then he played knight e2. It was, I guess he missed rook d6, but it was a real miracle that I saved this game.
So now, after these 2 days, you're playing with the winner of Erigaisi Prague, which you probably saw today that Pragnananda was able to get back. Do you have a preference? What are you planning to do tomorrow? Are you going to be watching the match? What are your thoughts on the semi-final? Without knowing who you're playing, of course.
Yeah, it's a very interesting match. I mean, both of them are super strong. Super talented players. They're both very, very much in shape in this tournament as well. I was surprised actually that Pragnananda managed to win on demand with black. I didn't expect this to happen. I thought Arjun is playing so convincingly in this tournament that he'll be able to hold a draw. But yeah, it's very impressive that he managed to win on demand. With the black pieces, I would give myself like a 0.5% chance to win on demand with black against a player like Arjun. So that was really, really impressive. I don't have a preference. I think that they're both like similar in some ways in terms of strength and also their age. I mean, they're both young players, both very talented. I don't have much experience against either of them. I played an online match against Arjun in Blitz, but that doesn't really count as experience. And I played, I think, 2 classical games against Prague and just maybe 1 against Arjun. So really very little experience against both of them.
My last question from Chitalu Lombe, question for Fabiano. Fabiano, you seem to be in good form here. Are you confident of winning the World Cup regardless of who you face in the next 2 rounds?
I wasn't confident of winning this match. I would be lying if I said I was confident of winning the World Cup or even confident of winning my next match. I mean,
do you think your form is in crescendo? Is it going up?
I guess I'm playing well, but I do feel quite tired. Like it's a pretty energy draining tournament, so I do need these rest days. I'm glad that I have them to recover some energy a bit, and I think it'll probably come down to, between the final 4 players, it'll probably come down to nerves and tiredness.
What do you think about Abasov? He's playing super well. He defeated Vidit today. Are you surprised by his performance?
No, it's an amazing performance. I mean, I thought he would go to tiebreak today. I thought that Vid is so solid with Black that but he basically played a very quiet opening and just outplayed him. I guess I didn't really see the game in really close detail, but he's playing very quickly, confidently, really very impressively. I think his toughest match was against Anish, and after that it's been smooth sailing. I mean that once Anish won that first rapid game, I thought most likely the match is going to be decided in Anish's favor. But since then, he's been pretty much unstoppable.
Thanks for coming, Guy, and good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks.